Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to another edition of AH Live. And we have some brand new music for you. So excited for this incredible artist, Brandon Marceal. His new single came out a few weeks ago, and it's already making a lot of noise. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is his first single ever. And I got connected with him with a friend of the show, Phil Denny. You all know and love Phil. He's been on many times. Great artist from the Michigan area, Lansing to be exact. And so anyways, he connected me with Brandon. The rest is history. We have this tune out called Keep Moving. And if you listen to jazz radio, it's already making an impression. So very excited. I got a chance to sit down with him, and he also performed the tune for you as well. So we'll hear that in a little bit. And just excited to share new music with you guys. And speaking of which, do us a favor, click share. We want to spread the good vibes. And don't forget to like or follow Adam Holly Artist page, because we're here every Wednesday and, of course, have news all throughout the week. A lot of tour dates coming up. San Diego just added 2 days ago. I promised you guys last week I had a SoCal announcement. So I will be in San Diego February 20th at Humphreys. Make sure to grab your tickets. They're on sale at Ticketmaster. And but if you're not in SoCal, it's okay. We have dates all throughout the country, and I'll make sure to highlight those a little bit later in the episode. But hey, let's get started with some music. I want to do something a little different for you guys. I think I've only played this once on the show. And when I was in college, D'Angelo was just the man. And we were all trying to figure out how to play this new style called Neo Soul. Well, this was a tune that I always enjoyed playing, and it featured a unique collaboration between D'Angelo and Charlie Hunter, an incredible jazz guitarist. And not only guitarist, he has a special 8-string instrument where the low 3 strings are bass strings and the top 5 strings are guitar strings. And he plays bass and guitar all at the same time. It's super crazy. I'm not going to do that for you, but I do know the melody, and I want to jam on it for you if that's all right. It's called Spanish Joint. Here we go. my goodness, we're getting warmed up here with a little bit of D'Angelo just to get it started on a Wednesday. As I mentioned, we've got the incredible Brandon Marceal in the house. But real quick, just want to remind you guys, if you want to support the show, we make it real easy. Click that link in the description. It'll take you to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or you can also do stars through the Facebook portal. We put it all right back into the show and just make an effort to bring you incredible and new content every week. And this week is no different. We've got a brand new interview, brand new music, hot off the presses from flautist extraordinaire, all the way from Michigan, Brandon Marceal. So without any further delay, hope you enjoy hearing from Brandon.
Hey, what's up, Brandon? How are you doing today?
Doing awesome, Adam. Thanks for reaching out. Happy to be here today.
Oh, of course. It's my pleasure. You had a dynamite first week at radio, and so we're so happy for you with the new single, Keep Moving, which I had so much fun working with you on. You sound fantastic. But hey, we got to start where I start with everybody. Why did you pick up the flute?
Okay, chose flute. I'm from a musical family, pretty much. My father played music, and so we started out pretty much with piano younger, maybe like 3 or 4 playing some piano. I got into cello more into middle school, was in private school as well. Once I got into middle school, junior high-ish area, we moved over to public schools in order to do, more extracurricular activities. My brother started to play the saxophone, and he's marching in the marching band. He's marching around the house. He's running around with that thing, and I'm still sitting down with the cello and tapping on the keys. And I said, "Wait a minute, I've got to move around too." We've always had, always had those instruments. So I remember there was an instrument in the closet, deep in our stairwell. We had the stairwell closet, closets that like go way back. I wound up digging that flute out, and incredibly, I could actually, blow sound instantly. It's kind of hard, I've noticed, for a lot of students, get sound out, but I was able to get sound right out, and, just stuck with it ever since. It was just the sound of it, I just really always enjoyed. It was a little bit different. No one was really playing it, especially a guy. So I had to go through a little bit of sweat for that. But just something I really stuck with over the years, enjoyed it.
Oh, definitely. And I'm curious, what do you have to say? There's a renaissance of flautists right now. We've got Althea Renee, Reagan Whiteside, Kim Scott, yourself, Alexander Zonjic. I know I'm leaving out like 3 or 4 incredible players, but flute is like, bam, right in the forefront of contemporary jazz right now.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Growing up, I listened to a lot of different flutists. Bobby Humphrey, Hubert Laws, Herbie Mann. Those are people that I've, Nestor Torres, even a little bit later, and would say, hey, man, flute it seemed like I would say flute used to be huge back in the 70s or 80s. And, they were everywhere, and then it kind of went away. So I'm really excited to see artists like Kim Scott, Reagan Whiteside, Althea Renee. I think she's originally from Detroit, Michigan. Lots of different artists on the instrument, and it's actually getting pulled to the forefront. So it's really exciting to hear that instrument. Us flute players, we kind of when you see another flute player out, you're always on the internet or trying to listen because you don't get to see it that often. So it's really exciting to have that happening right now and to actually be a part of it.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I think it's great. We have 1,000,001 saxophonists for good reason. We all love the sax, but it's great. It's great to have the variety out there for sure. So, it's fantastic. And what about, you mentioned the Detroit area. I know you're from Michigan, and we've had a few people on the show, Alexander and Lynn Roundtree, Phil Denny. What about yourself? Do you have any, any ties in terms of music? I mean, of course, Motown is the first thing that comes to mind, but did it have anything to do with your musical development?
Oh, definitely. Really, when I started to pursue music more as a career, kind of getting out solo as a solo artist and sitting in with bands, I was actually living in Atlanta, Georgia at the time, and sitting in with bands and different groups down there, and I really had a good time. It was during that time period where I said, hey man, this is something that you could really do. You could really get into, I said, okay, I got to reconstruct everything. We've got to really focus on this. So I actually moved back to Michigan because that was really where I was more rooted, had a little more base there, family, more friends that could, kind of pull some things together. So in that process, that's when I actually came into contact with Phil Denny. Right here in Lansing, Michigan. Jackson, Lansing, a rock's throw away from each other. I started to, check out Phil Denny, come up to a couple of his shows. We connected, artists connect and whatnot. And through Phil Denny, met Lynn Roundtree, Demetrius, Neighbors, Brandon Williams, lots of different musicians up in this area. So I would sit in, jam out at a lot of different venues and sit in with these guys or whatnot. So once Phil actually started his career several years ago, I said, hey, there's, somewhat a person right inside, right there, there's a little blueprint of, how to maneuver and get into it. So it's been definitely fun being able to interact with him over the years and poke at him and say, hey, what's going on here? What's going on there? How are you doing this? Participate in some of his events that he's been having. And so, which finally led me to the point where I said, hey, it's time to, release some music and get in the mix.
Yeah, and shout out to Phil. I believe he was the one that, told you to reach out to me. So appreciate you, yeah. Phil. I had so much fun working on his last 2 releases. And then we connected, and it's been great so far. So, and I definitely want to get to your music, but I was going through your bio. You have some incredible collaborations and accomplishments. Talk first about in 2006, I believe you connected with Patti LaBelle.
Oh yeah, I have I'm like kind of get super lucky with meeting folks. I was actually at the time when I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I was snooping around a guitar center there. I noticed that a lot of musicians hang around in guitar centers and go in, and it was almost like a club spot, the guitar center there. So I was hanging out there, ran into some individuals who I started to work in their studios, which was the brother of Brian Barber, the video director. And I connected with his brother. We started to work together in the studios. And this was the time that they were actually working on the Idlewild movie release. So I was able to connect with that studio, work with some songs, work with Kevin Kendricks. And that was actually my very first time in the studio producing and playing and putting music together. So it was awesome to be able to collaborate and send music back and forth to California and fix things and figure things out and actually have a career at the time you felt with the music as opposed to just, gigging out at coffee shops. So that was just a wonderful experience to connect with them, and was actually even able to fly out to California and was actually an extra in the movie at a certain point, just playing an instrument in there. But it was a really good experience back then.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to keep it firing at you. So here was a name I did not expect to come across, Nicki Minaj. Tell us about that.
Nicki Minaj, that's another awesome thing. And, this is actually a time when I was sitting in for Phil Denny. I was sitting in for Phil Denny at a club that he was working. He had just started his career and he was out touring. And my phone kept ringing in my pocket when I was on stage, and I said, what is going on? My phone won't stop ringing. I'm going to turn this thing off. Finally, I looked down at the text. My wife had sent me a text saying, hey, you were selected. And I said, what? So long story, Nicki Minaj, she had a super bass contest. And I kind of just came across it on a whim, going through Twitter or TikTok or something like that. And she was having a contest where you had to redo one of her lines, kind of, rap one of her lines or redo it. And I said, hey, you know what, I'll actually play it on flute. I've always listened to, hip hop, R&B, those different things. And, over the years, I've always, had my flute right out ready to play along to the radio or whatnot. So I put together a quick YouTube video playing her song and was actually selected as one of the grand prize winners. Was able to, meet her, do a meet and greet and all that kind of thing. So that was a really wonderful experience.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, we can see why you've been so successful. You've, collaborated with some of the best. And let's get to your project, Keep Moving. You had an incredible first week. a ton of ads. We're seeing you on a bunch of stations. So, but how about in your own words, tell us about your project that's out right now.
Okay, project Keep Moving. Over the pandemic, we really were shut down, as a lot of artists were, without a lot to do. And that was really a time where I felt, a little down. You love to play music. I've always spent time practicing. I play every day. It's just a passion. We love to do it. So even though I hadn't been out on the road touring or anything like that, I had my own little shows here at home. So during that time period, a little down, a little anxious, antsy to get back into the throes of the music and whatnot. So that was a time where I said, "Hey, you got this downtime. Let's really work and let's move in some different paths." So was able to get in touch with you, reached out. Thanks so much. And I will say to the viewers and listeners and everything, Adam's awesome. I reached out to Adam. I'm just this little amateur guy. I didn't really know what was going on, and got the phone number and said, "Let me call Adam Hawley. I don't even think I'll get in touch." And he got right back to me probably within a day. So that was wonderful. I felt like, oh man, this guy is really on top of it. And all the energy you gave throughout the whole project, I didn't feel like you were just doing something. You really put energy into it and gave me some really wonderful advice. So I really appreciate that. But over that project, I just said, "Hey, Brandon," and it kind of connected. It was like this spiritual kind of thing that was like, "Hey, this is the right thing," because you had actually already titled the song "Keep Moving," and that was like my whole mantra during that time period, was just to, keep pushing, to keep moving, keep working on music. At the time, I was even getting back into my fitness and just to continue to work out and just to. I think a lot of times in our lives we get down, we get a little frustrated, and sometimes that causes us to be a little stagnant or procrastinate. And so this was that one moment that I said, "Hey, let's not do this. Let's just push through and let's just keep moving." So everything worked out, and was really excited that the project came out well. You did your thing on there. All the players, all the drummers, Eric Valentine, Cardinal Harrow, yourself, Mel Brown. I just really excited over the whole project, and for the first project to go out and have the success that it's having so far is just really fulfilling.
Man, it was awesome. So onwards and upwards, we'll be looking for further success with the tune. And before we get out of here, just let us know where we can find you on social media, online, etc.
Thank you. You can definitely find me my website, brandonmarceal.com. I'm on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram handles at Soul Rock and Flute, SOUL, or at Brandon Marceal. And check me out. Drop me a line. Let me know what you think about the song.
Awesome. Well, Brandon, appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming through to AH Live.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And tell your wife, Kat, I said hello.
Oh, yes. The one and only Brandon Marceal. Incredible playing. And I was seeing all the comments there. One of the ones I saw that jumped out was great tone. I have to agree. When I heard it, because we did this actually a while ago. We did it mid 2021. And so when it came out, started catching on the radio, I was like, man, he sounds good. So appreciate you, Brandon. Thanks for making the time to come in and be a guest on AH Live, sharing your gifts. Really incredible. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to bring in my lovely wife, Kat, on the Cat Cam. There she is, Miss
Hi.
America.
Miss America.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yet another
Trying to
hat.
get my mic right.
Yet another hat.
Yet
It's a
another
little
hat.
floppy today.
It is.
I think that's the style though, right?
It's the style. Super cute.
So what's going on?
Nothing. Just over here writing away. So many people have so many comments and questions today.
Well, lay it right on us. No need to delay. What are the people saying out there?
No need to delay. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll. Well, so many people are loving all the new music today.
Yeah.
I saw so many like hearts and like, yeah, Adam, when you were opening the show with one of the D'Angelo songs. What was it?
Spanish Joint.
Spanish Joint.
And on the original, it featured Charlie Hunter, jazz guitarist / bassist extraordinaire. But yeah, that's a tune I cut my teeth on back in the day, back in my college days.
Back in your
And
college days.
yeah, so I was thinking about, what am I going to play today? I always like to mix it up. And I was like, hey, I haven't played this. I think I did it once on AH Live maybe a year ago.
Okay.
And so yeah, I had to relearn it. But I think I worked it out. I think I figured it out.
I think someone said they want to. Can you lower the not lower, but just so you can see my shirt?
But see, you always say that it's too low. So
Yeah.
so which is it? Is it too low? Is it too high?
Well,
It's too
right
low?
now it's cute, but like you can't see my
Oh,
shirt.
people want to see the shirt. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good reason. Okay. I was taking great offense to my
Or
camera
I could
work.
just go like this. Okay, I'll do that.
No.
No, this is look like.
No, we're going to get this right.
Look at, look at my cameraman over here. He's gonna get the shirt right. So there we go. Hi. Yeah, that's cute. Look at them. They look so cute. My little melanated Barbie right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're always looking so fashionable.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
We do what we can here at AH Live.
I'm over here like messing things up. Sorry.
Oh, no. You're doing just fine.
So again, opening the show, so many people loved it.
Yeah.
Also, people were talking about the weather because, as we know, it's super cold in kind of like middle Northern America,
But
especially
it
the
got
south
cold
and
here
the east.
today.
It did get
really
cold
dropped
today,
down.
yeah. And it was super windy, as you guys know. We talk
Yep.
about it all the time in the winter, like kind of sometimes in the fall, but especially the winter and like early spring for us. It gets so windy, and today was just crazy. When I left to go pick up Adam Jr. from school, I saw my my doormats for the front door. They were like on the lawn, and then I have like these really cute like spider succulent plants in front of the door on either side, and they're in baskets. and they were like completely fallen over, which happens probably like every other day because the wind just knocks them down, and then the soil like falls out of the basket. It's like just a mess. And then we had like an Amazon package. It wasn't in a box. It was like in like that white plastic bag. And so that was like on the other side of the lawn. Just the wind. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yep. No, this time of year we feel like we're gonna blow away to Arizona.
I know.
But I was checking the weather next week. It's going to be in the mid to high 70s. So I'm very excited about that. Sorry, all of you that don't live in either the southeast or the southwest, but we're excited.
And that really isn't like that warm for me. I mean, like it's okay, but I really like it if it's in the high 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
But and so many people are putting snowflakes because, like Connie Epley says, we got 13 inches of snow and lots of wind. Kurt Schmidt also said they got snow.
Well, you know who I've been talking to? Paula Atherton. I'm working on a tune for her. I believe it's going to be her next single. But I was just talking to her a few days ago. She's like, yeah, we got 2 feet of snow. We're not going anywhere. I was like, oh, my God. Good luck with that.
And then Cece in London says it was actually quite warm here today, but it will probably turn soon.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember when we were in London, the first day that we're there, it was cold, but it was like still nice. We could walk around, and then the next day it was like pouring raining all day.
Right, yeah. Well, and speaking of London, we have pictures. Everyone was asking about last time we were in Europe, and we have, Kat pulled them from the archives. We have some pictures from Paris.
I did. Okay, because remember last week, I forget what we were talking about. Oh, because our guest, and we had, we were in, where were we at? When we played with Vincent.
New Haven.
In New Haven, yes.
Connecticut.
So we were in New Haven, and then that's when Adam, we were getting ready to leave for Italy, and then he was like, oh, we're not going to Italy first. I actually have a surprise for you. We're going to Paris. Yeah. So some people were like, oh my gosh, we have to see photos of this. So I pulled just a few photos to show you guys, because that was in what? That was 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
I think. Look, we can't even remember, neither one of us.
Daryl Beebe says hello. Saxophonist extraordinaire. He said we have 8 inches of snow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
I don't even know.
Y'all can have it. Nicole Caselli says it's 20 degrees.
20 degrees.
She also says there's falling iguanas in Florida.
Oh.
If you guys aren't aware, in Florida, obviously there's iguanas, but sometimes the temperature overnight drops to such a degree that they're in the tree, but they get frozen, and so then they'll just fall because they can't move. It's crazy. It's so crazy.
And they're huge, by the way. Like when you think of an iguana, you're just like, oh, okay, it's kind of like, larger size lizard. No, like they're huge.
Well, and actually, this is a great segue, talking about all these past shows and whatnot, because I did want to remind everybody we have a few new shows coming up.
Okay.
The new announcement is that we will be at Humphreys in San Diego. So excited. The last time we played Humphreys was maybe 6 years ago. And so they're now doing jazz again on Sundays. So we'll be there Sunday, February 20th at 6 p.m. And tickets are available at Ticketmaster. If you just go to Ticketmaster.com, type in Adam Hawley, it will pop up right there. And seats are moving quickly already. So make sure to grab your tickets. Any of you SoCal people, if you missed out on Spaghettini because it sold out, or if you went to Spaghettini and didn't get enough, and actually, I'll be playing some different material at Humphreys versus the Spaghettini show. So if you're at Spaghettini, come anyways. Some of these other shows have been on here for a while, but next week, hope to see you in Irving, Texas. The following week, we're doing Greenville, South Carolina, and Richmond. In Mobile, update, the venue is called the Calaroje or Calaroje, something like that. But we will be there March 6th. And I think the rest of these have been up here for a little bit, but if you want to find out more about my schedule, just go to adamhawley.com, get on the mailing list, and we hope to see you guys on the road. And this is just a sampling of the dates. There's a bunch of tentatives that I'll announce in the coming weeks, and just excited to see you guys on the road. So But SoCal, that's the announcement. Just added 2 days ago.
Just added.
Humphreys in San Diego.
Nice.
San Diego.
San Diego.
The land of Ron Burgundy. Stay classy. Stay classy, San Diego.
So did you want to get to the photos
We have
quick,
so
or?
many photos. Let's
Okay.
get to it. So first off, last weekend on Saturday, we had a bit of a family day and took the day off. And first we went go-kart riding. It was so much fun. Although we were a little bit worse for wear afterwards. We were pretty sore.
Yeah.
Because we went out there and we got after it. We really got after it. But here, Kat caught me right before we took off. But we had such a blast. Well, we did kind of like the regular carts, and then we did the really fast ones. And after we did the really fast ones, that was enough. And then we had a dinner at one of our favorite places, Ruth's Chris. This is actually kind of a funny story. We usually go to one location. I accidentally made a reservation at a different location. So then we had to jump in the car and rush over there. But we still made it. Had a very tasty dinner.
Yeah.
And then also on Sunday, Adam Jr. had a couple of basketball games. So we went and look at them out there looking like they're mean mugging. About to take care of business. They won their first game on a buzzer beater. Incredible. Unfortunately, second game, not so lucky. But we had such a blast nonetheless.
Yeah.
And then you decided all of a sudden to become, well, you're always chefing it up, but you decided to bake some cookies this week, right? Tell us about this.
I did. Okay, so Adam Jr., he's usually always hankering for dessert after dinner. And I'm usually like, just grab some Oreos and some gelato, call it a day. Sometimes I'll make brownies or something like that. But he was complaining that his Oreos got, old and repetitive, and his vanilla wafers. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I said, okay, well, I'll make some chocolate chip cookies for you tomorrow. And so here's the preparation. And in my jar, that's actually homemade vanilla extract that I've made, I think 2 years ago. And I just keep kind of adding to it. But I need to make a brand new jar.
These ingredients look so good. I just want to eat the ingredients. I mean, you don't even need to mix them together. They just look very, very tasty.
Okay, so this is the dough, and I let it rest in the refrigerator for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but they did not come out right.
Tragic.
We
still ate most of them.
The bottom rack is really small and big. The top rack would have been like that, but I smushed them down in the oven. But they have no color, and they were too fluffy, cake-like. And so I looked up on the internet, and I was like, why would cookies be cakey?
Right.
And I figured out what happened. And when I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, I'm kind of not doing this right. Is I over-mixed my batter. And any of you that bake and cook, please let me know if you are one of those two where you're mixing and you're kind of telling yourself, okay, this is good, but you keep mixing. So what happens is once you overmix, air keeps getting into the batter, and then that creates the gluten. And a certain amount of gluten will make the whatever you're making more dense. It just depends on what it is, how much sugar and salt, how dense and undense it will be. So yeah. They didn't come out right. I was not happy with it. I scrounged the internet for different recipes, and I was doing a lot of reading, and I found this video of how not to mess up chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. So let's see. So you sent me some more pictures.
I redid a completely new batch last night at 9, and I put it in the fridge to rest overnight. So it was multiple hours.
Okay.
And then look at how nice they look. That's just the dough. And you see the top two on the upper left? I was scooping them with the ice cream scooper, so they looked perfect. And then, of course, my freaking ice cream scooper broke. So then I was scooping them with the scooper, but taking them out with my hand. So I did the best I could. And eventually I just started using the spoon. So,
Ooh,
and then there they are.
Look at that golden brown.
Now, don't they look so much better than those other ones?
Well, the other ones didn't look bad. The other ones look kind of like scones a little bit, and they had kind of the consistency of a scone.
Yeah.
I think if you had told me I made scones, I would have been great.
And Adam Jr. ate half of one, and he was like, they're not very flavorful. And then he walked away. So that just let me know like he didn't like it. But he hasn't eaten these ones yet because I put them in the oven when he got home from school. But right when he got home, he came upstairs and, Adam Jr.'s a little scholar. So he's been studying for his test tomorrow and stuff. So those will be waiting for him after dinner.
Very, very tasty. I didn't wait for dinner. I already tested. Someone's got to test them. Make sure it's okay.
Right.
So that's what's been going on here at the home front. And then Kat was nice enough to go find those pictures from our trip to Paris.
Yeah, I did.
So let's see. Here we go. Here goes something.
Okay, so this is us. Because we had to drive from Connecticut to New York.
Yeah, we flew to New York and then drove to Connecticut. So we spent the day in New York hanging out.
Which was so incredible because we just shopped and we ate at one of our favorite restaurants. So we were just out and about for a few hours before we went to the airport.
Yeah.
And then there we are.
On the aeroplane. I like that shirt. What happened to that shirt? You probably threw it away.
I probably threw it away. Yeah. And then this was the view from our hotel. It was just so beautiful. And what's next? Oh, here's our tickets. So I remember last week we were telling you guys about our trip to Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah.
So there's our tickets that we purchased. There we are standing in front of the Eiffel Tower.
You gotta get the obligatory. And it's funny, you can't fit the whole thing in the
I know,
picture.
you possibly cannot.
Yeah.
There we are at the top.
And the view is just crazy. And it was such a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
And the view is just out of control.
So nice. Look at that. It's just so gorgeous. All right.
Yeah, all of these are views from Eiffel Tower.
Just look at how beautifully, I mean, I had so many other pictures. I couldn't possibly, have Adam show all of them, but it's just amazing how everything is situated, and it really does look like a maze, even just all of the flats and the apartments and how the buildings are set up. And so it's just amazing that they've been standing and were designed this way, for hundreds and hundreds of years. Not only for just like the functionality, but then just like the look. It's just amazing just to have like a design in the building of the city. It's like look at how pretty.
Let's see. Oh, here we are at the Louvre.
We're at the Louvre. So if you guys remember, we weren't able to go inside because it was closed, but we still got to enjoy the beautiful courtyard and to, of course, take a photo in front of it.
Oh,
and then
that's funny.
There I am. Look at how cute.
And we had some amazing meals.
We said,
my God.
we ate our way through the city. This is just one.
What is that? The snails or something? Or
that's escargot, yes, which is snails, but it's so good.
It sounds so much more appetizing when you say escargot. When you say snails,
because it just has a whole bunch of herbs and garlic and just oil, and so if you haven't had it before, it's very if you have really good quality kind, they're very smooth, very soft, and kind of almost like sausage, if you will. And then just tons of flavor. And then on the side, what do we have? We had some foie gras, which is it's actually really nasty when you think about it. It's like duck fat and just a lot of that stuff that you don't want to know about, but you spread it on bread and it's really good.
And they're in front of Notre Dame.
In front of Notre Dame. Pre-fire, right.
Yeah. So,
and look, the weather was gorgeous. Look at our faces
it was
shining.
Perfect weather.
It was perfect weather.
It was gorgeous. So so that was our trip, and because we were on our way to Italy, but me, I always try to maximize. So I was trying to book some dates, and but then I was like, hey, actually, what if we did just a quick jaunt over to Paris before we do our shows in Italy? So then we met up with our good friend Gianni Vincenti, hung out with him, and then we went on the cruise, I believe. So it was a fun trip.
That.
Yeah.
Diane Otley Johnson says, beautiful pictures brings back memories for me. I know, it brings back memories for me as well.
Yeah.
And then Lori Erickson says, no escargot though. Ew. It's so good.
Yeah, when someone explains it to you, it doesn't sound very appetizing, but it was very tasty.
She said they could not put in enough garlic for me to eat escargot.
That's funny.
And that's so sweet. Everyone says you both look beautiful.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, when you have amazing food and wine all day, every day.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty
I mean,
good.
like, no wonder why these Parisians are just so beautiful and happy. It's like,
Right.
and then, you know, we're like taking a ride on the bus. It's kind of like a taxi, and
Yeah.
so you just hop on and hop off like at different stops, but it's on the water. And people, it's like, you know, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and people are just on the grass having picnic, and they have like a bag or a sack or their basket, and they have food, and they're drinking wine, and it's like, it could be anywhere from like college kids just hanging out, like a few girlfriends or a few mixed friends, or it could be like a man and a woman, and just like enjoying the day. And it's
Yeah.
just so beautiful and so peaceful.
It was incredible. Yeah, we didn't
I
want to
know.
leave. You know, it was so gorgeous. So.
But Rhonda Garrett says, love the shirt, Kat. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wore it because, as you all know, February, Black History Month. So I had to represent, you know, but I represent all day, every day. But I have my beautiful melanated Barbie shirt. They're so cute. And today is like an amazing day because it's February 2nd of 2022. Meaning that it's 2-2-2-2.
2-2. Or 2-2-2-0-2-2.
No.
You don't want to do that?
Don't
Don't put the
there.
zero? I
No.
confused myself in the middle of that.
I could tell.
2-2-2.
But it's and I told my mom earlier, I said, oh my gosh, I should go play a lotto ticket. But, you know, I never have cash. And you have to buy lotto tickets with
Do you?
cash. Yeah.
You can't get it with a card?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know.
If you guys know, write it. I
Rhonda
don't
Garrett
know.
said, no, Adam, LOL. She didn't like my counting.
Let me tell you something. The very first time I had bought a lotto ticket, I had checked my numbers online, I think like the next day or something. So I'm looking, and I have the first number. I said, oh, okay. I have the second number. I was like, oh. Then I had the third number.
Oh.
I said, oh, my gosh. And then I think I had the fourth number. I can't remember. And then the last two
Oh,
were wrong.
That's where
But
they
then
get
I
you.
had the mega number. And I was like,
The
Lord,
Powerball,
I
yeah.
said, why are you playing games with me like
Right.
this?
that is too
It
funny.
was so close. And I think I won like, I don't know, like $15 or something.
Well, you know, $15.
And I was like, I don't want this.
You could buy 3 new tickets with that. That's funny.
So let's get to our comments.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
You sent me, did you want to show this or do you want to do this next week? You sent me a video. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. I loaded it in. Something with the pool.
Do you guys want to see the pool? Probably, because so many people love seeing the
So
pool.
are you talking in this or?
I am talking.
Okay, here we go.
There goes Rufus. It's super windy today. So we still have to do plants all along here. We're gonna paint this. That's like the hard water spots. Gonna put new tile on the pergola, paint it, and then plants all along here. And then we wanna do like rocks in here, and then do like a cute like fence to cover that so you won't see all of that when you're standing right here. But yes!
I see. So it was like a walkthrough of what's going to happen.
Right. Just a little walkthrough. And I
Yeah.
actually made that video for my little sister because she was asking like, what's going on with the pool? And so I just walked outside and took a video and texted it to her. And then I was like, oh, this actually would work for the show to kind of give everyone like an idea versus like the still photos.
Well, and that's why I'm excited for it to get a little warmer because we can actually use it. We used it a little bit a couple weeks ago, but it's been kind of cold lately. So I didn't get in. I think I got in for like 1 minute on Sunday. But yeah, once we get up into those mid upper 70s, 80s, I'm going to be jumping in there.
Jumping in there.
Yep.
LaRonda Garrett says, definitely windy in SoCal today. Yeah, well, and that was, gosh, I want to say Sunday.
Yeah.
I took that. So we've been like living in the wind for like over a week.
Right. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I think it's supposed to stop Friday, so we'll make it. We'll survive.
LaRonda Garrett also says, where's the pizza area going? That we don't know yet. We don't know because we still have like our fire pit, and then we have our grill, and then the pizza oven. We did have a built-in fire pit in the previous backyard the way it was, because we had the gas line going through underground. The pool builders did ask if we wanted to put it somewhere else, but Adam and I are so not, we don't want something that's like permanently there, because we want to be able to kind of like, move and evolve around the backyard and move stuff around. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We did have it on the side of the house, but now the AC units are there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The on the other side of the jacuzzi, the grill is right there.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Figure it out. So we'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Crescent Jordan says, don't forget decorative string lights.
Oh,
the reflection
yeah.
from the water will be
Actually,
spectacular.
our neighbor has that, and it looks awesome. So we got to do the same thing.
And then Michelle Dahl wins. Are y'all getting a pizza oven? Well, we have one.
Yeah.
But you probably couldn't see it in the video because it was like covered with
Yeah,
tarp,
it's bundled
because it's
up
been
right now.
so windy and we don't want anything flying off.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to Brandon's interview.
Yeah.
So many people loved him, and a lot of people were saying, Adam, thank you so much for introducing us to new artists and new music.
Oh, yeah.
Because they just
My
love
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure.
Althea McMillan said, as always, I'm loving the backstories. So many people said, great interview. Always love watching and hearing the how people start off in their music career. And when he started playing what was the second song? The second single. I think it's already on Watercolors.
Well, he just did one tune, but keep moving. Yeah, it's on. It was Billboard Most Added.
Nice.
And Watercolors amongst many other stations as well. So yeah, I caught it a couple times already, and it's sounding good.
So Lori Erickson said, I love the flute. It always sounds like summer to me, so light and airy. And then as you said, that you mentioned, people were mentioning his tone, saying that they really liked his tone.
Oh yeah.
Which I really agree with, because sometimes you don't know how it's going to go with the flute. Like, am I going to like this song or am I not? But just like Lori said, it's so light and airy. His tone was really nice, and it was warm, and it was like prominent. Yeah. And the song was like super nice too. And then when he started talking about the Idlewild movie, I was like really intrigued, because I'm showing my age now. I loved that movie when I was in high school. It came out, and just everything about it, the music, the costume, just everything. The
Andre
timeline.
3000 was in that, right?
Yeah, well, both.
Both members of Outkast, Big Boy and Andre 3000. Yeah.
And Paula Patton was in it. I think that was one of her first like breakout roles. But yeah, that's so cool. And then when he was talking about, when you had asked him, like, why did he pick up the flute? And then he went on through his story. Yeah. And I believe it was middle school. And he said that he tried it out, and he was one of the only kids that can actually get sound out of it. Right. The first time. And
it was meant to be.
Yeah. It reminded me of Adam Jr. because Adam Jr. wanted to try out trumpet. And we got him one. And he made sound the first time he put his mouth to it.
Yeah, trumpet's hard. I didn't do that the first time I got it. I played the trumpet.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so when he was talking about that, it really just made me think of Adam Jr.
Yeah.
Because I had never, when we were watching Adam Jr. try, that was the first time I had heard you said that it was really difficult for someone to make like a strong, steady sound the first time. So I wasn't really, I was just like, oh, okay. But then now hearing him say that, I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people were shouting out where they were watching from.
Okay.
So James King is in Anchorage.
Ooh.
I know. It's really cold there.
My dad went to high school in Alaska, so we have an Alaska connection.
Right? Yvonne Harris Jones is watching from New York. And our friend Ray Payton is watching.
What's
Hi,
up, Ray?
He's watching in Temecula. Another good friend of ours, Bev Ward Gregg. Hi, Bev.
Hey, how's it
How
going?
you doing? She's
All
out
right.
in Las Vegas.
Vegas
We
in the
missed
house.
you. It's been a really long time.
We'll
since
be
we've
up there
seen you.
April 24th. Come through.
Chuck Campbell says snowy evening in St. Louis.
Okay.
Peter and Joy and Grandma Alice are watching in Austin.
Okay.
Isabella's watching in Dubai. Hi.
Hey.
And then Teresa Babber says aloha family from Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Aw,
Aloha.
how nice.
Well, we'll
So
be back
nice.
there in when? June or July?
June.
June.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. So we're excited. We're excited to get back over there.
So we have a few Ask Adams if we could get through them quickly.
Okay.
Mark Stepney says, are there any plans for a cat solo project?
Yes, we are mulling. It's all about, anytime you do a project, you want to have a direction, you want to have a purpose. So we're just kind of thinking about themes, musical stylings, lyrics, etc. And but no, it's definitely something that's mulling around in our brains. So
Mulling, yes.
mulling is a good word.
It's a good word.
Yep.
Tony Aponte, he says, let's get the priorities right. Where's the outdoor bar going?
That's funny.
That is so hilarious that
Outdoor
you
bar.
asked that, because last night I was Googling DIY outdoor patio bars.
That's funny.
So I'm thinking of and having Adam help me build one, and maybe like with wheels so we can like move it to the side or something when we're not using it.
Okay.
Or I saw one where they have it like against the house, and then you pull it down and it's like a little table or just like something where you can like put stuff on, and then there's like shelves where you have your things. But I don't know, because then we'd have to drill into the stucco and everything, so I don't know. But I was just looking at that. That's so funny. Joy Russell Nicholas says, are you bringing Kat on both weeks of the Cause Cruise? Kat, please come the first week.
I don't know. Do you want to hang with me that long? She's invited if she would like to come. No, I digress. No, of course. I think you're coming, right? You're hanging. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, both weeks.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's both weeks. I'm nervous and apprehensive because of COVID. Which I seem like the only person, because even without COVID, cruise ships are just huge fishbowls of people just catching everything. So yeah, we'll see. But then at the same time, I don't want to leave you by yourself.
There you go. There you go. Pick it up. Clean that up.
I don't have to clean up anything. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it's dangerous. So Terry Silva says, what are you looking forward to doing when you come to NH? Is NH New Hampshire or New Haven?
Well, I'll tell you, the only time I've been to New Hampshire, I'm going to be in New Haven as well, but I think he's saying New Hampshire maybe. I'm sure he'll drop in the comments. But New Hampshire, I went to a restaurant that had, it was a bar, and you could walk up and get any beer that you wanted. You got like a almost like going to an arcade where you would put money on a card, and then you could just try different beers, and it would just measure how many ounces that you got. And so it was so cool because you ended up trying a lot of different ones you wouldn't have. So I want to see if we can look that place up and go check that out. Although that was not in Portsmouth, that was in Manchester. So I don't know how far that is.
Yeah,
but
she said need suggestion on food places. So
yes,
maybe she knows
please
what
let
you're
us
talking
know.
about.
Yeah, let us know.
Sheila Singleton says, Adam, when you sleep, do you dream of music?
Sometimes I do, and the song, I've told the story many times, so I won't bore you, but the song on my first album, While You Were Dreaming, was literally a song that I dreamt. And sometimes I'll hear something in my sleep and wake up and bam, I gotta make sure to write it down so I don't forget. But so yeah, definitely from time to time. Not every night, but every once in a while.
I don't mean to laugh, but Keith Francis, speaking
Yeah.
of speaking of the cruise and COVID, he says hazmat suits for all.
Right, yeah.
That's hilarious. I actually might need one and bedazzle it out.
There you go.
Nicole Caselli, this is a Ask Cat.
Okay.
What's the theme for Adam's birthday this year? Last year's
Oh.
fiesta in lieu
that's
of travel
right.
looked superb.
Well, I think you're taking me out this year,
I
right?
am.
Surprise. So we'll have pictures next week.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing something.
Because I think you're taking me out Sunday, right?
Yes.
So next Wednesday, we'll have pictures for you guys.
We'll have photos.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a surprise.
Do you want to tell them? I'll plug my ears, I promise.
Well, I can tell you.
No,
the
I'm kidding.
It is a country.
It's a country. That's funny.
So, but we'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have really cute pictures. Kurt Schmidt says, when did you get your first piercing?
Oh, I think you were there, right? When we did my ear, my first and only.
I was there.
My left ear. We went to Claire's at the mall. And yeah, I got my left ear, and that's my first and only. So what was I? 21, 22, something like that. So
Something like that.
yeah.
And Adam's mom was not very happy with it.
I don't even
And
remember.
she was like, I knew that girl was trouble.
Ah! Did she say that, or is that the vibe?
No, but I can hear her saying that.
That's funny. That is funny. I don't even remember.
And
honestly.
I'm like, but he's the one that asked me to go with
Right,
it.
yeah. Well, you're trying to keep it fresh. So.
Lori Erickson said, even though I just saw you at Spags, I'm missing you. Is that normal to have withdrawal? Laugh out loud.
Well, Lori, come on down. Humphreys,
Right?
February 20th. And we're done by 9, so you can make the drive back home, and it's going to be a blast. And like I said, I have I would say about half the set is different music than what I did at Spaghettini. So come on through. It's going to be fun.
Going to be fun.
Yeah.
And yes, that's totally normal to have withdrawals.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Althea McMillan asks, you've created some great songs. Have you ever written song lyrics?
You know, I did in high school. I had a band in high school, and so I did write some lyrics for that band because it was vocal oriented. It was blues rock. But gosh, that was the last time I did. So that was when I was 16, 17. So it's been about 20 years since I wrote any lyrics. So I do work with quite a few vocalists, but they typically will take on the lyric portion themselves. So yeah.
That's so sweet. So many people are wishing you a early happy birthday.
Thank you. Well, we did the birthday bash at Spaghettini. And then Kat's taking me out Sunday. The official day is Monday, but I'll take it. Birthday week, birthday month. I'll take all of it, and appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, we'll share with you more of the festivities next week.
What? Okay, Lamont Jefferson says, speaking of your beer tasting place, he says actually Norfolk has a beer place like that 2 blocks away from Brothers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go there. That's coming up too. That's me and Marcus Anderson. We're doing 3 nights, 6 shows at Brothers, and it's gonna be a blast. So yeah, we'll definitely have some time to
You're gonna
pop
be
over there.
working hard.
Yeah,
for money.
exactly. No, I can't wait.
Working
Brothers is
hard
such a
for
blast, and the
money.
food is incredible. So it's gonna be fun.
And Isabella in Dubai, hi. She says, what has been the highlight of your career as a guitarist so far?
Oh gosh. Well, we've mentioned it on the show before. I think playing the Hollywood Bowl, doing my show there was incredible, and that was such a blast. So that's probably the highlight. I mean, I've been blessed to be part of so many incredible experiences. Playing on TV, doing DVD specials, being on the road all over the world. But that was definitely a special moment. So I think I'll put that one on there. Hollywood Bowl 2019.
Joy Russell Nicholas says, will you have a new set in Irving, Texas next weekend?
Let me think. Irving, Texas. Yeah, we have some different music in there too. So come on through. You were at the Houston show. And yeah, also it's a different show too, because in Houston that was all Adam Hawley. In Irving, there are actually 4 artists. I apologize, I couldn't name them all for you right at this moment. I'm sure if you go on the website for the tickets, it'll list them all. But I do know that Vandell Andrew will be there. Incredible player. And there's another saxophonist and a flautist. And I'll be doing, I think it's a 45 or 50-minute set. So, yeah, hope to see you. Hope you can make it.
Yeah. Kat Finn is laughing at, quote, "I knew that girl would be trouble." And she says, "Me too." Apparently you did too, because Adam told me when we were dating, he said, "I never got a B until I met you, and I never said a curse word."
Really? I don't. It's so long ago. I don't remember any of this.
Well, I'm just
You seem to
remembering
remember
now.
all it.
I don't.
like-
I'm just, they're like popping in my mind, little memory bites.
That's funny. Well, this is 2005. This is a long time ago, 17 years ago.
Yeah. It was
Yep.
so long ago.
That's funny.
Everyone's really laughs. Peggy Torabio
Mm-hmm.
Rampa says, "Are you ever coming to Winter Park, Colorado?"
Yeah, we are going to be there. I'll throw up the schedule real quick so I can remember the date.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the Winter Park Festival, and that is a co-bill with myself and Jasmine Jett. That's on Saturday, July 16th. It's a fantastic 2-day festival. I don't know the rest of the lineup yet, but I hope to see you up there. We're playing Saturday, July 16th. It's going to be a
July
blast. So
16th.
come on through.
How nice.
Yeah.
So, that is, oh yeah, we were talking about that last week, right? Because Becky was watching the show.
Right, exactly.
And
Yeah.
we were joking about the oxygen.
But this time we're gonna go up a day early and get get acclimated. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we shall be fine.
Yeah.
But it's so pretty.
It's
oh
gorgeous.
my goodness.
It's
so
unbelievable.
nice.
Ugh.
And then Peggy says, "I'll be there."
Awesome.
Look at us.
Yeah. Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. Well, that's all of our Ask Adams.
Perfect.
You guys had some great questions today.
Great questions
And
today.
comments. And we had a lot of laughs.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Kat, as always.
Thank
We'll see you next week
you.
with some B-Day photos.
Bye.
All right. And next week, very excited to have another new song and performance for you. Friend of the show, Gino Rosaria. He's been on the show a couple times. He has a brand new song out that's doing fantastic, and it features Judah Seeley, and it's called Ride Along. And so both of them were nice enough to collaborate and put together the performance for you guys. So we'll be sharing that with you, in addition to a lot of other music as well. And it's going to be a blast. So that's February 9th. Next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, if you want to help out the show, we make it real easy. You just click the link in the description, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Of course, you can do stars through the Facebook portal as well. And we're out of time, so I'm going to sign off for now, but appreciate you all for tuning in. Another big thanks to Brandon Marceal. Make sure to go to his website, go to his social media, follow him, support him. The new single is Keep Moving. And we'll see y'all next week with Gino Rosario. Appreciate you guys. See you next Wednesday.